Positive energy, everyone. Good to see you. Rep your city, rep your city. I am representing Chicago, Illinois. Hope everybody's doing great. For sure. Here we go. I watched the 4 Extra interview that's on Cam Capone News. Interview done by Trap Lord Ross. I think we're up to part 7, maybe 607. My emotions was all over the place watching it. That's why I'm talking about it. We got Jackson, Mississippi in the house. Good to see you, Matthew. You all, I am representing Chicago. Everybody on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and both of my Facebook accounts. I am representing Chicago. Got New Jersey in the building. Got Buffalo in the building. Man. That interview had me all over the place. We got Oakland in the building. Rep your city, rep your city. That interview had me all over the place. Seriously. Much respect to 4 Extra. For those that don't know, he was playing around with fireworks around on the 4th of July and blew his hand off. The doctors repaired it. He was able to keep his small finger and I think some of his thumb. The other 3 fingers are gone. They wanted to cut his arm off to about right here, but they saved what you see in the picture. The interview was very difficult to watch. The brother is suffering from extreme trauma, PTSD. His voice is quivering the entire interview. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Boy, it was rough. It was what's watching it. My mind was everywhere. I want to start out by saying, 4 Extra, if you're watching, I'm glad you're all right. And it's good to see you're going to fight through it. And you just have to be prepared for the psychological drama that's coming your way. You haven't reached the worst of it yet. So you're going to have to be extremely strong. Because you got a serious life ahead of you. And you got a lot of mental issues you're going to have to overcome. But you all is I don't do gossip, so I'm only talking about this because I've been thinking about it. And I would say this is going to be one of my most difficult discussions. This is going to be difficult. That's another reason I took it on because it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to discuss. There's a lot going on. My mind was after I watched it. I went to the store and everything, and my mind is just all over the place. I ain't gonna lie, my mind was just all all over the place, and not just because of Paul Extra, but the Trap Lord Ross guy. Uh, mm, we're gonna get into that. I got mixed emotions about him. I'm gonna talk about that. He was conducting uh, uh, the video interview for Cam Capone News. I watch Cam a lot. Trap Lord Ross doesn't owe for extra anything as far as going to talk to Adam. So if I interview you and you tell me you don't like Adam, my job is just to interview what you said. It's not my job has nothing to do with who you like. So I wouldn't say that Trap Lord Ross would be doing anything wrong uh, to go and talk to Adam. He doesn't owe for extra no nothing. What does he owe? And that's why it's because the you my brother thing. I wasn't buying that, but that was for extra pouring that on like that. That wasn't trap board. Rods didn't tell him to pour it on heavy like that. If you go back and watch it, it was for extra the one pouring it on heavy, and that's why I love you, my brother. Like Trap Lord Ross didn't tell him to say all that. Cause for extra, he not in his right mind right now. He's definitely. But we gonna get into it. Let's let some people get over here, and we gonna get into it. It was Alden. It was. Uh, for me, it was a lot. It was a lot psychologically for me. a lot. I don't think I've ever been so back and forth with something. I'm trying to think of something that had me that much back and forth. I'm trying to think of something. Because I did feel sorry for 4 Extra, but he's not a person that anybody would feel sorry for. So that's why I want to talk about it because I'm kind of all over the place. Because 4 Extra was it, what before this was not a nice person. you know, I mean, am I the only one gonna keep it real? He wasn't the type of person you would feel sorry for. Although I did, and that's why I want to talk about it because I'm kind of all over the place. My main emotion is not about him, it's about me. And I don't feel it would be healthy physically or mentally for me to kind of not care or to cheer on that happened to him. So that's got me. I'm Because I clearly feel sorry for him, but I also clearly see that he's the type of person that I would say good for you. So that's why this is going to be a hard conversation. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that's good for him. I feel sorry for him. I feel like he's the type of person that I'm not supposed to care it happened. His behavior before it happened was not deserving of any sympathy because he seems to be the person, if it happened to one of his enemies, he would laugh. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can't see him being sorry for anybody that he was beefing with if that happened. What y'all think? What y'all think if that happened to one of the people he was into it with? What y'all think he would be saying? I think that's a fair question. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he would have sympathy. He just didn't act like that type of person. Yeah, Robert, that's what I'm talking about. My thing is this, Robert. I'm going to repeat what I said. My thing about feeling sorry for him has nothing to do with him, Robert. It has something to do with me. You see what I'm saying, Robert? I feel like if I had the attitude that that's what he get, it would bring bad karma on me. You see what I'm saying, Robert? I feel like it would. I don't feel like it would be necessarily good for me. You see what I'm getting at? Like it would put me in the dark zone. You know what I'm saying? So I got mixed emotions. Because on one end I'm seeing him, but then on my end I'm saying, well, I don't want to be the person cheering for that because that I don't want that on me. What I'm saying? That's how I got to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that on me. I don't want that dark energy on me just because he had dark energy. That's on him. Do I want to have dark energy towards him? I don't know. That's why this is kind of spooking me out. It's kind of spooking me out because I'm a little nervous. I wouldn't be. What the best way to say? I wouldn't be comfortable cheering for what happened because I would be worrying what zone that would put me in. Like, would that put me in some kind of dark zone? Like, oh, okay, let something happen to you too then. Since you think it's fun, what I'm saying? I got her spooked out. Like the interview spooked me out. My emotion was all over the place because I'm looking at a guy that was rotten to the core, but he's really messed up now. He's messed up. But he was really rotten to the core, but he's messed up now. And then I got to think, how do I want to act? And where is that going to put me at? I don't think I would be comfortable. It would make me nervous about my own future if I had the that's what you get attitude. I don't know if that makes sense. That's why I wanted to talk about this with my subscribers, because this is one of them lives where I don't know. So this is not like, oh, I'm talking about this and I know this, and this is like this not that type of live. This type of live where we need to be going back and forth because I'm not sure. I'm just not sure how I should feel. I'm kind of sure something's telling me I shouldn't feel that that's what he deserved. It's like I know he got what he deserved, but I don't want to feel like myself. Yeah, he got what. That's what. I don't want to say that. You know what I'm saying? It's making sense. That part creeped me out, Robert. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that part. I don't want to have that part. It kind of creeped me out. It feel like it'll put me in a dark place. Anybody over here? Am I making any sense? It's spooky. In the words of Emrat, spooky. It's just, and listen, y'all watched them. It's not when y'all watched them, your emotions wasn't all over the place. Cause my emotion was all over the place. You see the way he was talking? He couldn't hardly talk. Like, you see how he was talking? Like, hey man, that's one of the spookiest things I've ever seen in my life. Hey, Robert, didn't it look like he was beating himself up over the same thing you saying? Like, Robert, didn't it look like he was thinking like what you said? Didn't it look like that? I swear to God, that's what it looked like. I swear to God, that's what it looked like. It wasn't creepy. That interview didn't creep you out. It creeped me out because I didn't like Trap. I didn't like Trap Lord Ross, but he putting some money in bro pocket. So it's like my emotions are all over the place with that thing. Because I don't like Traveler Ross, but the brother needs some money right now for sure. So if he can get 50,000 or something, that's a good thing, even if it's exploitation. He needs the exploitation money. Am I? Is it crazy? Let's get some more people over here. That's why I had to come over here, y'all, because I'm totally confused. I swear to God, that was one of the weirdest things I ever seen in my life. Because I had been watching for it. That was weird. That was weird. Cause I went with Trap. I'm sort of man, Trap exploiting, bro, but I can't really say that because dude getting paid and he need that money, and he getting paid some good money. So I was like, Traveler Ross is doing him a favor. He is helping them. It's weird. It's weird. That's one of the weirdest emotional roller coasters I can remember. Video. I ain't watched no video that's that emotionally confusing. Man, that wasn't weird. Hey, Robert, the way he was talking didn't creep you out. Boy, it was more. You know how you look at him and say, "Oh, he was bad. He was doing all this stuff." But boy, when you hear him talking, boy, it creep you out. It was man, man. When you listen to him talk, it bothers. You feel sorry for him. You know, imagine feeling sorry for him. And I mean, it wasn't no. He was messed up. Hey, I don't think I never seen nobody that messed up in talking either. And I seen people talking after their families was unalived and fires and all types of stuff, but I have never seen that particular way he was talking. I never seen that before. I need the chat to come in here and tell me something because I'm trying to see is it just me? Man, that was bad. That was creepy. The man is messed up. And it's like, have you ever seen somebody that's just really rotten doing a bunch of messed up stuff? And then when you see them messed up, that's messed up too? Because I'm telling you, man, that man is messed up. Like a whole different kind of mess. He gone. Man, it's gone. Man, but my emotions was like my brain and my emotions was tripping at the same time. I was trying to think. My thinking was all over the place. My feelings was all over the place. Like I don't know what the hell. Nicer? Nicer? No, it was weirder than nicer. It was weird. It was not nice. It's like traumatized. Like nicer ain't the word, boy. He was traumatized. Like I've never seen that before. Y'all ever heard anybody talk like that before? In any interview, hey, I swear to God, I never heard nobody talk like that on no news channel after their family was alive, a plane crash. And I've seen the Kennedy assassination. I've seen a bunch of news of trauma. I never seen nobody talk like the first I watched all the interviews. When I watched the first one, I was trying to figure out why he was talking like that. But it didn't trip me out too much because it might have just been something past. Then he talked like the second interview, then the third, then I said, oh, he just talking like that now. Hey, man. But then I got to think, imagine, boom, blow your hand off. You can't hear, you can't see. You think you're going to get your arm cut off. And you've been an asshole. And you think about that. Off the back. And you thinking about you as an asshole. It was... I was like, I felt sorry for somebody while I was thinking I shouldn't feel sorry for at the same time, which is absolutely crazy. That's crazy. Like I was thinking he not the person you're supposed to feel sorry for, and I was feeling sorry for. Did that make sense, Robert? That's what I was feeling like. I know that, Robert, but to see it, you know what I'm saying? Stuff happened to people, but to see it, I don't know what he gonna do, Robert. Robert, I ain't gonna lie. Tell the truth, Robert. He might do anything. Think about it, Robert. He still, listen, hell no. No, his old stuff was gone. That's gone. That's gone. But here go the thing, Robert. Think about it. Well, I've been stabbed up and almost died. So y'all might not know what I'm talking about. He have not reached the worst of the realization yet even. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like he have not, Robert, ain't no telling. He have not dealt with the worst yet. He haven't dealt with the worst yet. It's one thing to blow your hand off. It's another thing to live with it blowed off. He ain't lived with it blowed off yet. He ain't got to look at it yet. It's wrapped up. I know psychology. When it's unwrapped and he got to look at it, and he gotta live, man, that's gonna be, look, that gonna be rough. Cause at first you like, I'm glad I'm alive. But then once you alive, you ain't alive like how you was alive. You're less than you was. And then now you got to deal with that trauma. Like he ain't got there yet. Anybody that, you know what I'm saying? He ain't really living with it unwrapped, and he's not living with it unwrapped. A lot of people helping him now, doing stuff fun. See what I'm saying? But then it's gonna be just him. Your woman's gonna be there at first. What about 2 years from now? She gonna be there? Are you gonna be? Is she gonna be able to deal with your emotion, your sadness, your anger, your rage, and the other 20 different emotions he finna have? We ain't even got into the pain. Is he going to end up addicted to pain? You know what kind of pain medication he on? And you know what's going to happen? He going to either have to keep taking that shit and be addicted. And if he stop taking it, do y'all know what that pain going to be like? Because he got screws in there too. See, look, when I got stabbed, you don't get stabbed once. The person stabbed you and cut you, and the doctors cut you up. You get cut up twice. So I got stabbed in the leg and cut my artery. They got to go open my leg up to put the artery back together. So they cut you up too. You got the damage from the accident and the damage from the surgeries. It's heavy. Heck yeah, but the difference, imagine military people. He could go any kind of way, Kenny Alden. Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you, man, it was weird as hell. Who else watched it and it was weird? Man, it was weird. That was a lot of emotions. I was all because I didn't. Traveler Ross is dead. That's giving me issues too. I had issues on top of issues on top of issues. I was all over the place. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That interview had me all over the place. I'm like, this white dude, he all up in black people business. Then I'm like, but dude need the money. Is Traveler Ross helping them? I think so. I was all over the place because dude need the money though. See what I'm saying? Is Traveler Ross exploiting them or helping them? He ain't got no money. He helping them. It's like a prostitute that got to pay her bills and she go turn tricks and she get the money to pay her bills. Did the tricks exploit her or pay her bills? Because you say, well, they exploited. Well, what if she don't get the money? She's gonna be homeless. Man, listen. If you ain't watch, well, first off, if you don't want to be on a roller coaster, don't watch it. If you don't want your mind, don't watch it. On top of everything going on with her, you put everything happen the way it happened too. He out there playing with fireworks. He pick it up. His boys say, "Don't pick that up. Don't pick it up." He picks it up in it. So he's out here clowning. Man, the story is crazy. It's crazy. He was kind of a bully, but when you hear him talk, the way he was talking, it, I'll put it like this: to be like the hell with him and stuff, you got to have hardly no type of decency yourself. If you can see that and say that's what he get, it's something wrong with you too because that was so creepy. That was so creepy that it's hard to wish that on somebody. I ain't gonna know. It was that creepy. To me, you would have had to like unalive children or do something to children for me to be able to, you know what I'm saying? You would have to do way, way worse stuff that he did for me to be like, okay, that's what you get. Because it's like, you do some bad stuff and then this happened. There you go, that's what you get. But here's his bad stuff and here's what happened to him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is him, all the bad stuff he did, this is what happened. And it's like, maybe it could have been this or this or this, but no, and this. And it's like, all you could think if you got some kind of decent man is, I better behave. I don't want. Man, it's the weirdest shit ever, Ice. The way he was talking, I understand what you're saying. The way he was talking was tripped out. I've never seen that before. Boy, it was creepy. It was creepy. It make you think about if something happened to you. And what it make you think about? It was creepy. That was the creepiest talking I ever seen in my life. The way he was talking. That was the creepiest shit. I've never seen nobody talk like that. I never seen nobody talk like that. It was creepy. It was creepy. The whole thing creeped me out. It was weird. It was so weird. Because I know the whole story. I know all about him. And I watched the interview where he told how it happened, which was creepy. Y'all seen the first part where he was on where it happened and he told how it happened? Man, that's some creepy shit. Like, bro, you picking up a half a stick of dynamite that been lit already? It was. I'll tell you something else too. How uneducated he was. Also, made me have some sympathy. It's like, I mean, no it like seriously. Like if you want to see somebody where the educational system didn't do no good, I mean, the man's totally uneducated. And that go back to childhood. He ain't responsible for that. The man ain't getting no education ever from a baby. That's another thing. Y'all didn't notice how he was taught that the man got no education. This is something he had as a kid. You can see the man didn't have no education as a kid. He's got no education. None. I was seeing all type of stuff that was creeped out. Anybody paid attention how he didn't have no education? Like he probably can't even read at the third grade level. Like seriously, I'm not kidding. That man cannot read at no sixth or seventh grade level. I'm telling you. That man didn't have no education. That's why I say the whole thing was super creepy. He was talking funny and he didn't know, and he can't talk well. Boy, that's why I say my mind was man, the man got no education. You know how we hear about bad schools and you be around a couple dudes that's kind of slow? Oh no, this was on the level of no education. This was also something I never seen before. I never seen that before. I know it's out there, but they ain't doing interviews, so we don't get to see it. That man got zero education. When I say zero, I mean zero. So not only did he have the PTSD making him talk, he couldn't talk anyway. He got no vocabulary. I mean, none, none. I started thinking about how he be talking off the back, and I said, "Oh, he can't talk. That's why he doing the over the top ghetto stuff. He can't talk. If you took away all that crazy stuff he used to be doing, and he was talking, he would have just looked like totally uneducated. If you take that away, he wouldn't even been able to be out in the world. Like seriously, like he would. That man, if he wasn't doing all that over the top stuff, there's no way he could be on no jump. I'm talking about his education, Robert. The man ain't got no education. That explosion is not gonna make your choice of words and affect your vocabulary. The man is totally uneducated. Go back and watch it. That's why I said, because I really watch stuff deep. The man has no education. That man probably can't read at the third grade level. Go back and watch it, Robert. Just click on it a minute and listen to how he talking. The words, not the stuttering part, not the no. Listen to the words. He could not express himself at all. I started thinking back. He never do. All of that wild stuff was to hide his education. You understand? He was hiding that he dumb. That got a lot to do with how he was behaving. Man, I tell you, man, I need some people that really just look at it with no preconceptions and just look at all the different nuances. You'll see it. Because he got to a point where he wasn't stuttering too bad, and he went to express himself about something, and he didn't have the words to do it. He's never had to have an intelligent conversation. He's always been able to be the animated gang member where he can hide the fact he ain't educated. But having to sit there in front of that camera a long time, you're going to see through the trauma. You're going to see through everything. He ain't educated. Go watch it. That man probably can't read to the third grade level. I'm telling you, go watch it. You'll see it. Well, now that I pointed out, you're going to see it. You're going to be like, hell no. It's this last interview, you'll see it. It's the last one I watched. He got so many. Watch the last one. There's a part in there where you could see he can't read. He don't have no vocabulary. He got no vocabulary. And look, psychologically, if you got trauma that's making it hard for you to talk, and you're uneducated, which also gives you fear of that being exposed, you're going to be worse. Because when you're uneducated, you're already going to be trying to figure out how to talk without nobody knowing. You don't have nothing. And then if you got trauma, that trauma is going to even add more when you become afraid that you can't talk. You don't want nobody to know you dumb. They're going to make it worse. I'm talking psychologically. I need psychiatrists over here would know what the hell I'm saying. The man is totally uneducated. And he hit it good with the wild shit. This is the first time he's ever had to have an intelligent conversation. Think about it. He's always been able to be the gang member. He ain't never had to have no regular conversation. And go watch and look how uncomfortable he is with a regular conversation. He ain't never had it. You can see his mind. He's trying to find the words and shit. It was tripped out. I said, oh my God. We looking at the whole ghetto story. Hey, man. That's why I say my emotions was all over the place. I didn't see that at first. It was a part in the interview where I seen it. I said, he ain't got no education. I'm gonna go back. I might do a part 2, and I'm gonna tell y'all exactly in the video where you could see it at. There's a spot in the video who was talking, and you could see it. He did not have the words to express himself. You could see it. I said, damn. I know Traveler Ross seen it. I know he's seen it. I know he's seen it. It was evident. I was like, damn. Hey, man. That was, if you're into if you're into psychiatry, if like I'm a natural psychiatrist, like just born with it, and sociologist, if you got those skills, oh, you need to watch him. It's a case. I'm trying to tell him, Quasi, he ain't never read a book, have he, bro? I seen it. I seen it. I was like, damn. On top of everything else that was going on with him, that was deep. He had never read a book. You could tell, like he had never read a book. You just start reading more. Hey, Robert, go back and watch him. You're gonna see a lot of shit now Robert, that video. I tell you what, those last two videos he did, watch them. I bet they don't look the same. I bet now that I told you that, uh, you're gonna be like this. Damn. Like what they always be talking about, like a victim of they social circumstance. Man, if he ain't that, ain't no such case study. If he not a victim of the projects and poverty and being uneducated, it don't exist. Psychologically, it make a lot of sense why he was so over the top, because when they're not educated like that, that's how they be. They try to make up for it with the tough shit. Like it all really makes sense once you really. Is it anyone? No, it's just the living conditions of our people. Look, Robert. He ain't the only one. If he like that, then he ain't the only one. It's a whole bunch of unfortunate. Man, listen. I keep telling y'all, I was in the Cook County Jail. Our brother was really in love with his woman, and he wrote her a letter. And he wanted me, because he said, Pharaoh, I can't read and write. And I really love her. And he said, I want you, would you help me, Pharaoh, write this note for her? I said, I got you. But I ain't understand what he was saying. I ain't understand, right, Robert? So I go in the cell. We go in the cell. He get the letter out because he really loved this lady. He locked up. He messed her so bad. So he still. So when he give me the letter, Robert, I didn't recognize not one word. A letter on a piece of paper, like a letter like this. This much writing. Robert, I'm looking at it. I don't recognize no word. Not none. I don't recognize none on here. When I say not one word, I'm talking about the, of. I don't see none of that. I just see a bunch of alphabets put together. Like 4 alphabets, then 2, then 5. I'm looking at it, Robert, and I'm like, what the hell is this? So I'm looking at it, and something say, pronounce it. So when I start doing pronunciation, he was writing every word the way you say it. I swear to God. I couldn't even. It was so deep. I bet you I couldn't redo it. So I'm like, what the hell? So I said, all right, he know what it say. So I go back and we get a fresh piece of paper and we start rewriting it, figuring it out, what he trying to spell. Bruh, this one, The 4 extra I watched go with this story here. I didn't have nothing to go with this story. It stood by itself, and I got 2 of them. I got 2. 4 extra in this story, I'm telling you. So, hey, Robert, so we get to the point in the story, and he say to me, he finna write, duh. He says, T-H-E, that's duh, right? You would have to been there. He said, he trying to figure out, he said, T H E. And he looked at me and said, that's duh, right? And I was like, yeah, bro, that's duh. But it hurt so bad, man. It hurt my whole chest, man. That was like the most hurting thing I ever experienced in my life. He was like 28 years old. He didn't know how to spell the. I swear, you can't make that shit hurt so bad. I cannot tell you how bad that shit hurt me. It hurt me so bad, man. It hurt bad. Every time I tell the story, it hurt. It hurt. Man, that hurt. I can't explain to y'all. To see a black man like 28 years old and he asks you THE, that's duh. And I was like, damn. That shit. I don't even can't tell you how I felt, man. All I could say was, yeah, bro, that's duh. That's how I said it. I was like, yeah, man, that's duh. I swear to God, it was fucked up. That was like the saddest thing I ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of sad stuff. I've seen all kind of trauma, car accidents, husbands and wives fighting, wife beat up. But that was the saddest thing I ever experienced in my life. There ain't no way you could have told me no 20-year-old man don't know how to spell the. I mean, I couldn't even imagine to even say nothing like that. He asked me because we became tight. He wouldn't have asked nobody because he was embarrassed. He asked me because he knew when I told him I was gonna help him, he know I'm gonna help him because he was like my patient. Because he was the one telling me, him and his girlfriend were stabbing each other with forks and fighting and cutting each other. So I already was already my patient. I was already doing psychiatry for him for free. So he had all the trust in the world for me. He would have never showed that to nobody. That's a fact. He wouldn't have shown no. He wouldn't have shown nobody. Because I never was like, "What is this, bro? You can't read." I never said all that. I just said, "I don't understand what it say, man. What it say?" I said, "Okay, let me spell it out." Like I was really trying to help him get this for his girlfriend. I wouldn't give a damn about all that other stuff. We gotta get this letter. You know what I'm saying? He in love. You know what I'm saying? We got to get bro letter. Man, we got to get bro letter. We're gonna figure this out. And I started pronouncing it. And we got it done too. We got his letter. I bet you he be thinking about me still, man. If I seen that brother, that if he's still alive, that brother, he said THE, that's duh. And I was like, and this 4 extra is the closest thing I've experienced to that. Cause when I watched all the other interviews, But the last one, the last two was too much. The other ones didn't do all that to me. But the last two was rough. The way he was talking, psychologically, he just messed up. I was like, why he keep talking like that? Damn, man, when you hear him talk like that one video too, but man, when you get to 6, 7 video and it seemed like it was getting worse the more he was talking, it seemed like that whatever was doing that, it was getting worse, man. I said, damn. And I was like, I don't even like this dude. But I was like, I felt sorry for him because I don't like dudes like that. But I was like, I couldn't even not like him. It was so bad. Man, it was so sad. I couldn't even not like him. I just had to just be like, what the? It kind of started making sense why he was acting like that. I was like, oh, he ain't intentionally acting messed up. He messed up. He ain't even got nothing to do with it. He been messed up. Man, if you see how he was talking, can't read, he been messed up his whole life. Out the womb, off the back, he been messed up. Like that man been messed up. You could see he ain't had no kind of decent life at all. Because sometimes if they had some decent, you could still tell they was all right in 4th grade, 3rd grade. Not him. That man wasn't all right in no grade. Might not have even went to kindergarten and shit. That man ain't been, I don't believe he been to school. I don't believe it. I believe by the time he went to school, he just didn't listen to nothing. He wasn't doing nothing, just in there fighting and not paying no attention. Because I seen zero education. I should at least be able to see 2nd grade, 3rd grade. I ain't seen no grade. Have you ever seen a grown person that don't look like they been to no grade? Like he looked like he ain't been to no grade. He couldn't talk. He couldn't express himself at all. And everything he was saying was learned. I knew an old man named George Clark, and he couldn't read. He was born during the Depression, raised during the Depression, had to eat out of garbage cans and stuff. And George couldn't read at all. But because he couldn't read, he had a photographic memory. He had a Superman-like memory. So if you read something and said it, he would remember what you said. So now he could pretend he was reading it. Oh, my soul. He memorized what you said when you read it. So he could look at it. If somebody read it, or if it was a commercial or something that said what's on the words, he could make you think he could read. Because he remembered what they said when the people read it. My daddy told me, my dad said, man, George can't read. He just remember what people say when they get to the sign. He heard you say it's a stop sign. That's how he knows stop. He don't know how to read the stop. He don't know stop. I said, Dad, are you serious? He said, yeah. He get all through life from memorizing what you say and what the TV say. That's how he got through life. Memorizing what other people read. So when he look at it, he just repeat what you said it was. I said, why you said? He said, yeah. When he look at something and say what it is, he don't know what it say. He repeating the last person that looked at it. Couldn't read none. He was 60-something years old. So the Trap Lord Ross interview of 4Extra, it was weird. I had mixed emotions about 4Extra and Trap Lord Ross because I was like, he exploiting dude, but then I was like, but not really, bro. Really need that money. And he paid him. I was like, he paid him. Obviously, 4Extra needed the money, and they gave him the money. And when I tried to think if the video was exploitive, I was like, not really, because the video gonna get him more videos and make more money. Arrested Development. His dad was big on education. He ran away at 12, and he ain't learned nothing even up to 12. Imagine running away at 12. Who do that? Nobody. Nobody runs away at 12 years old. People run away 15, 16. Nobody runs away at 10, 11, 12 years old. You too little to even think about running away. I mean, they run away, but you come back. You don't just be run away and just be gone. And the crazy thing is like looking at him and realizing how far he got to go and how messed up he is now because he can barely talk. He could barely talk. That was the weirdest talk. And man, he could barely talk. That stuff had him all choked up, man. He couldn't hardly say nothing. And then, like, if you know psychiatry, he was real angry with himself. That's another thing that was tripped out. He was real mad at himself. Man, go look at it. He was really angry with himself. He felt like he embarrassed himself. You know what I'm saying? He done blew his hand off. That's a lot to deal with. It ain't like he blew his hand off accident. He was acting a fool and blew his hand off. Imagine living with that. You out here acting a damn fool with a half a stick of dynamite. Everybody telling you, don't pick that up, bro. Don't pick that up. And you pick it up. A half a stick that you shouldn't even bought no half a stick. You just out here clowning, bro. Anybody could have lost their sight or got hurt when you taking a half a stick and throw it. As soon as you throw it, somebody walk right by it. You could have blew somebody. You could have unalived somebody anyway. A half a stick, bro. The damn M80 dangerous. Quarter stick is it's crazy. Bro, you wouldn't have bought a half a sticks, because you're trying to make the most noise to make up for your lack. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? This is why he was overdoing it. Because he didn't feel like he was nothing. He ain't feel like he was nothing. So he going, out the back, I can knock anybody out. That's what that was all about. And then to watch him lose all of that, Man, it was the deepest shit ever. To look at him, realize he been humbled like that. And it's like, he been humbled. But it's like, when you watch somebody been humbled for not living right, but then you as a person got to see that and blew their whole hand off, it give you mixed emotion. Because it's hard to say that's what you get, man, when you look at that. You know what I'm saying? Because it messes with you. Because you think about, damn, you think about your hand, right? So your emotions be all over the place because dude blew his hand off, but it's hard for you to deal with somebody's hand been blown off. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, God damn, it's hard. It's hard. It's psychologically. It's hard to look at somebody that blew their hand off. I tell you, it was real difficult. Because, people would be like, that's what you get. But it's hard. It's hard. It was hard. I couldn't say that. It was that bad. I couldn't say that. I couldn't even say that's what you get. I didn't even like him. I couldn't even say, usually if I don't like somebody, I'd be like, man, F dude. But I couldn't even, it was so bad. I couldn't even say that, man. I felt sorry for him, even though I felt like he didn't deserve me to feel sorry for him. But it was like, I wasn't trying to feel sorry for him because he deserved it. It messed me up. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. When I seen him and I was talking, I was totally disconnected from him. And I was just connected to what happened to him. It was like he a person, and it was like what happened to him is like a different, like that's not him. That's how bad it was. What happened to him is so bad. It's like you're not even looking at him. When you look at it, I can't explain the psychology. But it wasn't like I was looking at him. It was just like I was looking at a person that was just messed up. I couldn't even, how we do, the way he was acting, how we do, we should say, man, that's what dude get, right? I couldn't even do that, man. It was that bad. And not because of no sympathy for him. The whole situation messed me up. It was bigger than him. That was like one of the worst things I ever seen in my life. That interview. That's one of the worst things I ever seen as far as a person that went through something. Man, that shit was horrible. Especially the way he couldn't talk. He was like, I might got PTSD, bro. You got PTSD, bro. Man, that dude is messed up. If he did stuff and he was bad and he was a horrible person out of 50, let's say, if you say the most horrible he was the minus 50, if you give him a number right now, and you say, nah, Pharaoh, he's so humble. He was so bad. He was a minus 1,000. If he was a minus 1,000, the one now is like a minus 100,000. It ain't even, man, it's way worse than how bad he was. Which is crazy because he was just an idiot doing crazy stuff. But what happened to him? But this is one of the few times I've seen something happen to somebody that was like 1,000 times worse than their bad behavior. That's crazy shit. That was worse than his behavior by far. It wasn't even like you could say he got what he deserved. He got like more than what he. Man, he got way more than what he deserved. It was like, God damn. He got worse. He got way worse than the payback. It makes you think, man, stop playing around out here because the payback might not even be equal. It might be ridiculous. Man, J.P. Jackson, I ain't never seen nothing like it. He messed up. And psychologically speaking, man, you could tell when that man be alone, hey, it be bad. When when he alone by himself, bro, imagine you was acting a fool and you blew your own hand off, and you was an asshole, and you was mistreating people. Just think about it. And you can't read, you uneducated, you had a horrible, hard life as growing up. You've been in and out of prison, probably did anything, all type of shit to people in prison. And then all this karma people supposed to come and do to you for what you did to people. You blew your own hand off. Almost, they wanted to cut the arm off up here. Your life as you know it is over. And you got alive to have to deal with it. And all the people you clown and all the dudes you beat up get to see it. You looking at the woman you love and you know how, you already know how and how long she gonna stay. Not to mention, he might have just ruined his sex drive. He might not be able to have sex. He might not get erection. Seriously. He might have just ruined that for the man. That was the weirdest thing I've seen, boy, in a long time. Then travel around, so I'm looking at him. It was too many emotions, man. It would have been less emotions if it wasn't the white dude, the Traveler Ross didn't help none. That just made me have more emotional. I was all over the place. Because I'm looking at him like, especially when he started telling them, you my brother, man, and I love you and all that. And I was like, bro, you not his brother. I was all over the place. I was like, yeah, I'm here with you, man. I said, no, you not. That was giving me anxiety and mental problems too. Traveler Ross was giving me, he messed with my mental. So I was all over the place with him too, because I don't like him. But then he helping the brother out. So I was just like, boy, that was so confusing. What y'all think about Traveler Ross? Is he helping him? Because dude need the money. So it's like a positive exploitation. Like you get to exploit him at the time where he really need the money to be exploited. I don't know what to call it. Think about it. Dude need the money, right? But then you don't like the interview, but dude need the money. It ain't like dude trying to trick him into getting the money. No, dude need that money. Exactly. 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 He said watching Ross was like the devil help a man that fell out of his wheelchair. But you know it's still the devil. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Ice Rock. That was messed up, bro. That video is the most different emotions I ever seen. I had like, man, at least 8 emotions. At least. Because I don't like for extra at all. Y'all know. Black folks know. Black men definitely know. Black men know what list we have for extra. We had him on the list. Y'all know we had him on the list. He was on the list. You say what list? We got a list called I Wish a Nigga Would. You know? For extra was on that I Wish a Nigga Would list for sure. We all the brothers. I bet you every brother can tell you when you used to watch him, you used to say, man, I wish that nigga would play with me like that. You know, so we don't like him. We don't like him. We don't like him at all. We don't like for extra. We don't like dude. So imagine somebody that you can't stand that get messed up so bad, you feel sorry for him. You know how bad you got to be messed up? Because typically people say, that's what you get. Man, that man messed up so bad. And when you watch him and he can't talk and all that stuff, you be like, yeah. Karma bogus. Y'all gave him too much karma. Like he was supposed to get 800 karma. Y'all gave him 2,800. Y'all gave him too much karma. This ain't funny, but I'm making it sound stupid and funny. But it don't look like he got too much karma. Because usually we say you got what you deserve. But I'm telling you, man, he got too much karma. It looked like he got more karma than he was supposed to get. That sounds crazy, don't it? But that's what it looked like. I ain't never felt sorry for nobody I can't stand. He breaking records and shit. Man, I've seen all type of stuff happen to people I like. I was like, good. This the first dude. This the first situation I've seen where I'm supposed to be like, man, that's what he get. And it seemed like he started messing with Karma on a day where Karma was like on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like. It's like Karma was on something. It wasn't a regular Karma. He caught Karma on a bad day, boy. Because looking at that was almost like worse than somebody being unalive. I ain't gonna hold you. Man, looking at him make you feel worse than you would if he was unalive. It's that bad. It's like, no, you don't get to die. You gotta live in this misery. Now you ain't getting to escape. Uh-uh. You gotta live this whole thing out. If his woman try to leave him, she better leave when he don't know, and she better call him from many miles away. Because a man like that might do anything. Don't tell him you leaving. Wait till you go to therapy. Come back, you just be disappeared, gone, with nobody don't know where you at. Because he might go crazy. Because he definitely ain't got it all. That man messed up. Man, that was hard, boy. I watched the first few parts, but it wasn't like these last two. These last two was bad, man. Because on the first ones, he was not talking like that. Like he was really. I remember when I got stabbed, and I was on the men's, and my woman came, and her mama lived in Maryville. We was out of the mother's house in Maryville, and I was in the basement. And I remember I started hyperventilating, and I felt like I was going to die. I started thinking about the stabbing, and I couldn't breathe. And I felt like I was going to die. I swear to God. And my mother kept saying, "You got to calm down. You got to breathe." It just came from nowhere. It just came from nowhere, and I couldn't breathe. From nowhere. Like, probably a panic attack. Man, it felt like it could unalive me. It felt like I was almost there. When he talked, that's what he remember. Yeah, it was a panic attack, man. A panic attack feel like you dying though. Man, it feel like you dying. You don't want that because you can't breathe. You can't. It's like your body lock up, like your breathing just lock up. Man, ice rock. It feel like you gone. You don't know what's going on. And it's quick, ain't it, man? Ice man. It ain't like slowly. No, it just and it's just quick. And it's bad. Like somebody got a plastic bag over your head and they knee on your chest. It don't feel like that, but your breathing is like that. And you can feel it. You finna leave, you finna check out. And it feel like you finna check out for nothing too. That's what's so scary. Cause you don't feel panic. It just comes. It just not like, oh, I'm starting to panic. No. It just it's fast. It hits you fast. Don't it, ice rock? It hits you fast. Most people, you tell them panic attack, they'll think it's a slow process. Hell no. It's like boom. It's fast. And it comes from nowhere. It comes from seemingly from nowhere. It's like your mind do something and it lock your whole body up. You don't even know what's your mind lock your body up. It don't be no danger nowhere. It don't be no danger nowhere. It's just your mind just go into extreme fear, some shit. I don't know what it is. I know it's scary, boy. I'm glad it only happened one time in my life. Man, you don't never want to have no panic attack. I'm telling you. It's one of the scariest things you ever experienced. And dude looked like he was constantly having mini panic attacks. That's the best way to explain it. It just looked like he was having like if a panic attack is at 100, like the one I had, it looked like he was having number 5 panic attacks back to back to back. The way he was breathing, man, it was creepy as hell. He wasn't doing that in the first. I don't remember him doing that. I don't remember him doing that in the first videos. I just remember him doing it in the last 2 I watched. The early ones, I don't remember that. Maybe it was happening, but I don't remember it. He was not talking like that. I got to go back and watch because I don't remember him talking like that. It creeped me out. Hey, man. But I'm going to tell y'all this, though. And I believe don't. It just felt like I should not be glad about it. It felt like I should just leave that alone. It's like I shouldn't put my soul in it at all. I should just leave it alone. I shouldn't be like, that's what he get. It just it's just something keep telling me, don't go that route. Am I the only one feels spooked out to say that's what he get and he wouldn't know? Something creeped me out about that. I don't know what. But something is like, don't go that route. Heck no, panic attacks is scary as hell. You feel like you finna be out of here. Which makes you panic more. On my soul. The panic makes you panic more. It's it's all up here. If you by yourself, you might not survive. You ain't got nobody to talk you down. But y'all go and watch it and tell me if it's not too creepy. It's so creepy. It's too creepy to say that's what he deserved. Come in the comments, get in the comments, and let me know, am I right or am I wrong? Is it too creepy? It was too creepy for me to say that's what he deserved. And that creeped me out too, because that's what I'm really supposed to be like. Man, the hell with dude, right? He ain't nobody. He horrible. And watching his condition wipe that out. His condition is so bad, it ain't leaving me no room to not feel sorry for him. I don't know how to explain it. It's that bad. Well, I can't even feel sorry for him. It's so bad. Which is, that's not like me with a person like that. I'm supposed to be the saying the hell with dude. But it's so bad. It's that bad. He was creeping me out when he was talking. The way he was talking, I was like, damn. It was like he was having miniature panic attacks constantly. It was so creeped out. And it was like, dude, all that acting a fool, bro. All that acting a fool. Now look at this, man. You ever seen somebody just act a fool and you be disgusted with them acting a fool and then they get the punishment and you feel sorry for them? Because the punishment is too much for you to it remind me when you little and it's you and your sister, you and your little brother, 1718, and one of y'all get a spanking and then you start crying. Right? You ever start crying when one of your siblings got a spanking? And it was just too much. You know what I'm saying? For you. You know what I'm saying? You start crying too. This is too much. I know they was bad, but damn. You know what I'm saying? And it just be a basic spanking. It don't be like no slavery, something. It's just this particular time, it just mess with you. Y'all always get spankings, but why this one? She gets spankings and you get spankings, or he gets spankings and he gets spankings. But this one time they get a spanking and it break your heart. You like pill, you start, it make your ass sad. They getting a spanking for doing something to you, and you want them to stop, leave them alone. No, it ain't that serious. Ain't that serious. Ain't that serious. You be over there teary eyed too. That's what this was like. I'm watching this a-hole, and I'm like, my emotions all over the place. And I'm like, why I feel sorry for this dude. I had to come and share that with y'all. I'm not supposed to feel sorry for him at all. He was a horrible human being, but that's what's sad. I feel sorry for somebody I ain't supposed to feel sorry for. Like, I feel sorry for dude. It's like he a 100 a-hole, but I'm watching him getting 1,000 punishment. And I'm like, dang, why he couldn't just get, he 100 a-hole, why he couldn't just get 200? Then I could have said, see, that's what you get. But the punishment he's getting is almost too much for people that don't even like him, man. That's how bad his karma was. His karma was so bad that even if you don't like him, you be like, damn. You be like, you know, this is a better way to explain. You know how somebody's real messed up and something like that happened to him, and you say, that's what you get for acting like that. His karma is so bad that you're going to say, you ain't going to say that's what you get for acting like that. You're going to be like, bro, you shouldn't have been acting like that. You're going to be like, hey, I swear to God, that's the best way to express it. You ever see somebody really messed up and they get their karma and you say, that's what you get for acting like that. Dude's karma have you saying, bro, you shouldn't have been acting like that. That's what it make you say. You don't say, that's what you give. You be like, bro, what is wrong with you? You shouldn't have been acting like that. You still against his behavior, but you wish he would have. You wish he could have avoided his karma. I wish you could have did right, and this did not happen to you. Because, man, a lot of times we don't get to see. That's another thing with Trap and Cal Capone. It's like people need to see this. So how can I hate on them when they doing probably one of the greatest service ever? Do you know how many people will watch that and go sit down? That might be one of the best chill your ass out videos ever, really. Man, it's a lot of dudes gonna watch that and change their ways. I guarantee that. I guarantee if you watch that, you're gonna start thinking about your life. Like, you know what, man? I can't go out like that. Especially with the talking. The talking freaked me out more than the hand. The talking was creepy. Who watched it? Was the way he was talking not the creepiest thing you ever seen in your life? That was creepy. I had never seen that before. I have never seen the way he was talking before. It was creepy. At first, I thought it was just something he just was going through. But then when he kept doing it for the last two videos, I was like, oh, he like that now? Holy camole. Who seen that he was talking? He spooked the hell out of Trap Lil Ross talking like that. Man, it was like, I don't know, it was like he was losing his breath or something. What was making him talk like that? Anybody know what was making him talk like that? Do anybody got an idea? Any nurse or something? Why he was talking like that? Also, if you watch this, put it in the chat. Tell me why he was talking like that. What was making him talk like that? That was creepy. The talking with the hand blowed off was too much. The combination with his past behavior, you thinking about off the back. You looking at the hand and he talking, and it was like, this is true. I gotta go live. This one of the only lives where I ain't know what I was talking about. This one of my only lives I came and I gotta ask the audience, what the hell? I really don't know what I just see. I swear to God, I don't know what that was. I know it was creepy. I've been thoroughly creeped out today. Yeah, rehashing it, right? He said he was probably having an anxiety episode from working himself up. It's milder than a panic attack, but lasts longer. Yeah, talking about it, right? Yeah, right. Right. That's exactly what it is. I'm glad you said something, bro. I couldn't figure it out. Yeah. He was giving himself an anxiety up. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. It was creepy. Ice Rock, wasn't it? It was creepy. It was creepy. It was creepy with that hand wrapped up and just the you can't see the thumb and just that one finger out, man. Man, it was creepy. Then that arm was smaller. The other arm was real big, and that shoulder was way smaller, maybe from losing a lot of blood. Did y'all look at his shoulders was mismatched? The one shoulder and arm was big still, than the other. Then he was fat, where I guess he just been in the hospital bed eating. He was totally like out of shape. But the arm, I kept looking at the shoulder. I was like, damn, that arm is way smaller than the other arm. Man, man. That's why I don't like fireworks. I don't like fireworks. One time when I was a kid, I bought some fireworks and I put a firecracker down in a snake hole because I seen the snake go down there. I ran through the firecracker in there and it didn't go off. And it sat there. And then when I went and grabbed it, it said, "Pow!" It blew my fingers open. But it didn't do nothing, didn't give me no blister or nothing. But I remember it said, "Pow!" That's all I need to know. I was probably 9. Firecrackers is mentally dangerous as hell. I turned into a full-blown thief because of firecrackers. Never stole a full-blown thief because the firecracker man came on at the park. And I went and got a quarter of my money, bought a firecracker, another quarter, till my little dollar sum was gone. Then I went in my auntie purse. She had a whole bunch of money in there. And she had a little change. First I took a quarter, then a quarter, then a quarter, then a quarter, till they was gone. Then I took $1, then another dollar, then another dollar, then another dollar, then a 5, till I went and opened it and there was no money in her purse. I never forget, I was a little boy. I might have been 8 or 9 or 10. I stole all my auntie money until it was obvious I stole it. That's how addicted I was. I didn't know I was stealing like that until I went in there and there was no money in there. And I was like, oh, damn. I took all her money, like $20, $30, the change and everything, like a drug addict, and didn't realize till I went and she had no more money. And I looked and realized, fool, at first she was sneaking quarters. She wouldn't have knew. Bro, you done spent all her money with them firecrackers. Firecrackers is bad. I'm telling you, pyromaniac. It's like drugs and alcoholism. I swear to God. That I used to sell firecrackers when I lived in O Block. I would go out to Indiana and get a trunk full because I was hustling. I had plenty of money, and I would sell firecrackers. I lived at 6420 in the second floor. But here go the thing: when the kids found I had firecrackers, they were sloppy. You know, they illegal in Illinois. So they was just running up the step, being on the door. He got the firecrackers. He got the firecrackers, and it's like this the back. So it's like all the other apartments, and everybody's out there. And every time they would go out there and light a firecracker, the older boys, I sold them cherry bombs. Every time I would hear boom, I would panic because a kid could blow their fingers off out there, and I'm going straight to prison because these is kids. Good thing I was smart, so I shut it down. No, I ain't got no more. I shut it down. I had a closet full of them, but I had to shut it down. I was having panic attacks. These kids sloppy. What I'm thinking? Oh, everybody can see they going right there. 6420, the second floor. Like, bro, you're going to prison. This house, money will send you to prison, man. You get crazy. That was stupid as hell. It's the back where everybody parking. All the other buildings could see all the kids running up to the second floor, to the apartment on the right. Duh. I told my wife, I said, oh, shut it down. I'm going to jail and you going to jail because you in here and shit. And we ain't supposed to be in here. We ain't got no rent and shit. And I'm making all these thousands of dollars. See, a lot of times when you see people living in buildings like that, and you be like, they po ass, they be in there getting rich. We be breaking the law. This is statute of limitations. Now we balling up in that mug. You ask yourself, how could you live in a old block in a, boy, you know how much money I'm getting here? Hell yeah, I'm cool living here. We getting rich up in this with no rent. Finally, they called my queen, found out she was a nurse. They said, you got to pay us $1,500 or $1,700 or something. Caught her monkey ass. We like, we moving. We moving. Straight up. We moving. On myself. And so if you ain't watched it, go watch it. But if you don't like anxiety and stuff, don't go watch it. Because you're going to be all over the place, especially the last 2 episodes they shot. You know what I mean? And I think Traveler Ross is helping, so I can't hate on him. But the brother needs some money. But, Adam 22, that's another story, for extra dissing Adam 22. But Adam ain't no good person to me. He's just not. Adam 22 is a scumbag. I think Cam Capone do way better business than Adam. I just do not like Adam 22. He's not likable. I don't know why people in the black community mess with dude. I don't know. I understand Vlad because Vlad been in rap since he was a kid. So I understand Vlad. I don't look at Vlad as a culture vulture. Vlad was in rap when rap wasn't nothing. When everybody, all the white people thought Vlad was crazy. Why did you messing with rap? And then he went, a lot of people don't know that Vlad went to school for computers and stuff. And then that's how he learned to develop his own channel. Another thing people don't know is people like me in the music business, Vlad was throwing us big alley oops. Facts. I should do another live on Vlad to teach people history. Because when Vlad got that channel, he used to show rap videos. Worldstar did too, but Worldstar wanted like 1,400, 1,200. I think the lease was like 450. Vlad was posting our videos for $100. $100 when he first started. He was a video. He used to show videos. $100. He put your video up. And as far as him asking incriminating questions, I mean, that's on the person getting interviewed. So it's according to the streets. You can't blame Vlad. You don't blame Vlad for that. On the streets, you the one supposed to shut your, the person doing the crime supposed to shut their mouth. Dude from Philly that's locked up. I was the biggest dealer in the bluff. Vlad didn't tell you to say all that. Y'all know I'm talking about, the rapper from Philly. That was a real good rapper. Got on there talking about how much stuff he sold and shit. What was my man name? ARL. ARL. Yeah, y'all put it in there. Come on, man. How I'm gonna be mad at Vlad because ARL? I had all the man. I had all the drugs, man. All of them. I sold all the drugs. I sold them to Betty, Johnny, Richard. I had kilos. I sold everybody every day, right from 1849, Simpson Street in the back. I was selling that day when we shot Johnny. That's how he was talking. Y'all remember when Johnny got shot? Yeah, he was back there messing around while we was hustling and got shot. My man Skinny Ring gave me the thing. Oh yeah, Lil Reese. Heck yeah. I gotta do what do you say? I gotta do investigation. Now, what reason you said? What reason you said? What reason you said? What reason he said? He don't say investigation. He said something else. That should be funny as hell. Man, Reese be cracking me up. Oh yeah, he got to do research. He be like, I gotta do research on that. I gotta do my research. And say, you know who shot John on that? No, I ain't heard about that. I gotta do my research. I said, when I drove Uber, I picked Reese up one time over there at the hotel over there on Housett, where it used to be Jewtown. I picked him up. He had some name. John Leviston or something, got in the back. I said, nigga, you ain't no John Leviston. What up, Reese? He started cracking up. He said, how you recognize me? I said, boy, I remember you was a little boy. I lived right there, 6420. I was the only one in there with dreads. He like, that was you? I said, yeah, I used to pick my daughter up right there at Dulles. He said, hell no, OG, I remember I was a little boy. You the first one over there with dreadlocks. Me and the dude that looked like a monster, the BD. The predator looking BD. That was a scary looking dude. Anybody in Chicago know him talk about? Back in the day, he had dreads. His face looked like the predator. First time I seen him, he was sitting behind us at the Nelly concert. Nelly and who else I forgot. Man, dude was looked like a real monster. My boy like, yeah, he don't play. I said, hell no, he don't look like he play. He looked like he be in the bottom of the ocean eating bones and rocks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Reese said he got to do his research. They used to be little kids, so I ain't paying no attention. I don't know who. They went to school with my, they little brothers and sisters went to school with my youngest one. Like Chief Keef, little daughter went to school with my daughter. My youngest daughter. When she started going to different schools, like she'll come with Lindblom. She come home, Daddy. I'm like, what? Everybody's scared of me because I grew up in O Block. I said, are you serious? Like, yeah. If a girl start talking crazy to me and want to fight, the other kids say, but I fired you from O Block. I said, girl, you wasn't even been outside no block just to go to school. Hey, tripping, you just a regular girl. Boy, we started cracking up. She like, I know. They were scared of my daughter because she went to school in O Block, because she grew up in O Block. Well, black people is ridiculous sometimes. And my daughter wasn't no fighter. She was like a little school. She was a little school kid. But I don't know. She might could fight. I don't know. She might could fight. She had two older sisters that was twins, but they was way older, so she wouldn't have been squabbling with them. So I don't know where she would have get no squabble from. But then her mama could fight, so she might could fight. Well, the mama get down. Her mama beat you up bad. She can fight. There's a couple times tried to beat me up. Bam! Hey, is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? You done lost your damn mind. You want to beat me up, girl? I'm a man. You cannot beat me up. And that didn't even hurt. You just tripping. I can't fight you. And then I was a shooter. So what is you doing? You know I don't fight. And then you a lady. What the hell? Stop. I can't pop you. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Would you stop? I can't see no men fight no women. That's a whole nother video. How you fight the women? They cannot beat you. I guess. I don't know. Maybe some of these dudes, they can beat you. I don't know. I ain't fought in years. But fighting is all about fist placement. You know, the fist, you got to put it in the right place. Anybody will stop if you learn to put your fist in the right spot. These dudes just be hitting stuff that don't hurt. No wonder you got fighting. Anyway, that's that. Y'all go watch the video. Definitely is a good video, especially the last two. Those are very good videos. for your children to watch, especially if you got boys. If you got boys and they in the fourth grade or older, make them watch that video so they can understand they want to go to school, they want to be good boys, they want to stay out the way. Because all that playing and clowning and negative behavior will get you hurt. And 4Extra was just, and when they should put encyclopedia together and they should have sayings. And in there, in the D's, they should have doing too much in his picture. For sure. Who, if you had to have a picture for doing too much, who could be 2X? He is the face of doing too much. Support the channel, y'all. Positive energy. Always stay positive. I say positive energy. 4X is negative energy. But we don't do negative energy, bro. We do positive energy. We don't do all this bozo stuff. We trying to chill. You know, we sat in and drank a couple wine coolers. You blowing my little buzz, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how you be out, you having a good day. You might hit a little something. You might, and then here come 4Extra. Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? I only got 2 wine coolers left. I was going to save them to tomorrow, and I done bumped into 4Extra, and I got to go drink down. Try to get my vibe back right. He the kind of dude that when we used to grow up, and we walk and we look down to the next corner, we see him hit the corner, we go the other way. Is that 4Extra? That way. We stay the hell away from dude. Like if he was older than us, like a year older than us, every time we see him, we go the other way. And we go to the park, see up there, we leave. Because he's just a professional vibe killer. Just messed the vibe up. You know, he like, you know the word acting? Acting a fool? He like what my grandmama's called it. My grandmama never would say, my grandmama said he was acting. He be acting. Got to go all the way back to Alabama. 4Extra don't be acting a fool. He be acting. He be acting a fool. But I still hate what happened to him. But I'm going to watch the movie. This is going to be an interesting movie. I'm going to watch him for the rest of his life. And this is going to be deep. He either going to like change and become pop, or he going to go crazy one day. It's going to be interesting, but y'all stay positive. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive. Don't be doing all that negative stuff. Okay? Keep it real.